Hey, what's going on, guys? How's everybody doing today? So there's this channel called Collider Videos that I watch pretty much every day of my life. Some of you guys might have heard of it as well. And various people on the channel have said some good things about Happy Death Day, and they generally give pretty good recommendations, so I decided to check it out. And as it turns out, they came off like used car salesmen this time around. And I say that because the movie had some cool and interesting shit in it, however, there were like 10 plus things that just eventually made it break down and it just stopped working for me. And if you don't know, the movie's basically about a girl who dies and keeps having to live through that day over and over again. And while she's stuck in this time loop, she constantly tries to figure out who killed her so she can get out of the time loop, hopefully. In other words, it's basically Groundhog's Day with a murder mystery in it. Now, don't get me wrong, if you enjoyed this movie, I can completely understand that. Because there's definitely some redeemable qualities to the movie, particularly the two main lead actors. The main girl in the movie had her moments, but there are other moments that just came off as horrible. However, I don't think they were her fault because I think it was just how she was directed and the dialogue that she was given. Because there's certain times in the movie where I was like, oh, okay, she's actually, like, she's got some chops right now. And I could say the same thing about her male co-star, except the only difference was he was kind of shitty in the beginning and then he just progressively got better and found his stride. So although inconsistent, they both had the talent, just the direction wasn't totally there all the time. And the absolute best part of the movie was the story itself and all the plot points that came along with it. Because realistically, this movie did keep me guessing until the very end of it, and I can't say that about a lot of movies today. However, there was just so much shit about this movie that just plainly did not work and I could not buy into any of it. For example, there's a couple of instances where physics goes almost out the fucking window and it gets a little bit Matrixy slash like Kill Bill kinda. It's only for really quick instances, but it's really fucking noticeable and I was just kind of like, what the fuck? And oh so conveniently for the plot to move forward in this movie, it would have you believe that handguns only have about 3 rounds in every clip, and there's just other random like inconsistencies or things that just aren't practical that kind of play into the ending, so I won't go into them here. And some of the characters just plainly did not work, like the main head of like the girls' sorority house. Some people might find her funny. I thought they just overdid it and they were just trying way too fucking hard and I just found it laughably bad. And to top it all off, there was one scene where it was just a one-person dance rave thing and I was like, what the fuck am I watching right now? But anyway, guys, it's like I say, if you did like this movie, I don't hate you at all. I can totally see where you're coming from. But for me, there was just too many things where I was just staring at the screen just going like, what the hell is that? So based on everything I said, I'm gonna give it a 4.4 out of 10. Despite it being kind of like Groundhog's Day, I'm gonna recommend people go see this because like I said, the story is actually pretty good, but the execution of the story just could have been so much tighter and it ultimately was just too loose for it to be as coherent as I think it possibly could have been. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Have you seen this movie? Have you even heard of it? Hop in the comments. Let me know what's up. Other than that, if you like this review, give me a like, subscribe, do all that other bullshit, and I will catch you guys later.